Hello movie lovers, Bob for Bob's Movie Review here, and today I want to review for you a movie I just recently watched called Maximum Impact. Be sure to click subscribe and click on the bell icon to be notified whenever I upload great new content. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to show it some love and give it a like rating. So this one will be in select theaters this Friday, September 28th, and will be available on Blu-ray, DVD, and digital October 2nd. This one is an action comedy. I think I had about an hour and 44-minute runtime, directed by, I'm not going to attempt to say the director's name. It did definitely have some people in it you'd recognize: Danny Trejo, Tom Arnold, William Baldwin, and Eric Roberts, but none of them were kind of the main stars of the movie. The main stars of the movie were all people that, I hadn't ever heard of before. So I'm glad seeing that this was supposed to be a comedy, because it almost feels like a parody movie. It doesn't quite go far enough to be a parody, but at the same time, I assumed the comedy was intentional, but I was afraid that possibly it was an accident, that they were just taking it too serious and it came off super funny. So in this movie, you have people from the CIA and people from the Federal Security Service of Russia working together. The chief of staff from the United States comes to Russia for some sort of summit or conference or something, and I didn't really understand exactly what the whole deal was. These guys were trying to make it look like the Russians were trying to kill the chief of staff, and I didn't understand why. Like, obviously they were some sort of terrorist group, but I didn't understand what their hopes were or what their intentions were. And even in the synopsis, it just says they work together to prevent a full-scale international crisis. Now, again, I don't know what the reasoning was behind it. So this movie did have a lot of action. There's like gunfights and some crazy fight scenes that were really cool, and I really liked all that action and fight scenes. A lot of the dubbing though on the audio was off for, it's hard to explain exactly what it was, but it just felt off. It didn't feel like the talking was coming from the people. It was super distracting. And I don't know if it was just because, they recorded the audio later and it just didn't match up right, how that works exactly, but it just felt off to me. But not on everybody. On some people it seemed fine, making the people who it was off on even more distracting. Unfortunately, this movie doesn't have a lot of Danny Trejo. He has a little bit in the beginning, and I thought that was going to be it, but he does come back a few times. But he's just not in this one very much, and many titles he's in, they're just really small parts. Tom Arnold, he's in it a little more, but at the same time, just for some reason, he just keeps going to the bathroom, and it's like, I don't know, why do they put that in the movie? He just keeps going to the bathroom. So I would say there are parts of this movie too that just seem to really drag on and not really have a lot of interesting things going on. This really was kind of like one of those terrorist action plots. They're going to kidnap the chief of staff's granddaughter, and then the CIA and the Russian government people, they think she's kidnapped and they're trying to track her down, but she's not really kidnapped. And there's a lot of silliness going on too, and I really felt like they were trying to be over the top. At one point, they're having this shootout, and there's these two guys like up on this catwalk thing. There's like 10 of them all shooting up at them, and they can't ever hit them. And it was a little silly. And there were definitely parts of this movie that were fun to watch. Unfortunately, like I said, some parts of it just seemed to drag, and I did have trouble understanding some of the people, what they were saying. And then again, like I said, just the dubbing of the audio in so many parts was just so bad, and I just found it super distracting and hard to really even concentrate on parts of the movie. So I think for a score on this one, I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 10. It did have a lot of good stuff going for it. Unfortunately, I feel like the bad stuff outweighed it a little bit. Of course, not really having any big stars and big roles to really carry the movie obviously is an issue. But I hope you guys did enjoy this review. If you did, be sure to leave it a like rating. Remember, you can find more information, including affiliate links to purchase Maximum Impact down in the description below. If you haven't already subscribed for more videos, check out those videos. Check out my website, BOBSMOVIEREVIEW.com, and I'll see you guys next time.